What's up, guys? It's Connor with Hound Dog Motorsports, and today we got something a little different. We have a 2015 Ford F150 with the 5.0 and automatic transmission. I can't remember which one came before the A10. And it needs its front brake calipers and brakes replaced. So without further ado, we're just going to go ahead and hop right into it. And there you go. She popped off. Now, if everything's right, this should come off all as one piece. There we go. The full brake caliper. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take it to my toolbox top, my hutch, and we're going to look at it for uneven wear, which would indicate uneven pads. We have the new caliper right here in front of us. This is from TRQ, great company. I've been working with them for about 5 years now, and I have yet to have anything bad from them. Big fans of them. Here you can see it is stamped with an L, meaning left side, which is really good, because that means it's for the side that we are replacing. But today is a little different because we are replacing both sides, and we're getting the customer set right. Size is that. And like most everyday cars now, even though this is a USDM car, it does use metric hardware. All right, we got that off. I'm going to take these slide pins out. Oh, slide pins are already lubed. Wow. Just another reason to love TRQ. Absolutely love working with these guys. So I don't have to worry about that. That's great. That's absolutely great. Now, we want to make sure that these are set properly. They're evenly spaced. They are. The next step is to go ahead and throw this bracket on, come back for the caliper, line the caliper up, then throw on the brakes, and then reconnect all the fittings, and hopefully we don't have to bleed the brakes. Fingers crossed for that, but let's get right to it. Trying this angle so you guys can get a top-down view of how I do this. I go ahead and take these, throw these in. We're just going to set them because they need to be coated with some sort of Loctite. I'm going to use blue in this instance. I have some medium strength Loctite blue, and I have the caliper bracket bolt. I'm going to put just a streak onto the bolt itself, and then I'm going to thread that in and get it started. And then I'm going to attack the top side. Do the same thing there. You want to do the same exact thing. You want to put Loctite blue on there. Just a little bit. You don't need to slobber it up. Don't need to do all that extra stuff. Get it started. And then run it home with your tool. Then I'm gonna torque it. The torque spec on these is 185, so snap it with the torque wrench, and then we'll be ready for the caliper. Now I have the new hardware tin for the brakes. I'm gonna go ahead and snip these on so I can figure out the direction that they go in. Just for future reference, this is a whole lot easier to do before you put the bracket on. I'm a little bit of a silly goose and did not do that. It's one side on. Now back with the caliper. Taking the bolt out. And it slides right on butter. Threaded that one. Now you have this one. Thread that on. Run it home. You do not want to lose this cap. Now we got the banjo bolt and the copper washer that we had on there before that came new with the kit. You want to go ahead and put these back in. You don't want to put the old ones in. These are not reusable. I learned that the hard way with my WRX, and yeah, I was leaking oil from my turbo for a hot second. These are torqued to 18 foot-pounds, which is just slightly more than hand tight, like that. Now this is the make it or break it part. If you did this correctly, you want to remove the pry bar and pump this up a few times. And it's getting firm, which is great. Now the gravity bleed. We're gonna go ahead, remove the bleeder screw, just crack it a little bit and let it gravity bleed. Now we're gonna crack it loose. And we see we got a steady stream with no air bubbles, which is absolutely stunning. Amazing, works 99.9% of the time. When you do this, you really wanna make sure that you turn the truck on and then pump the brakes, because that's what makes the big difference. Is once that brake system is powered up, you don't want to do it when it's dry, aka the truck is not running. So that was a lot of fun. Now I'm going to go do the other side, which is going to be even more fun because it's covered in snow. But I'm not going to bore you guys with that. I'm just going to do a time lapse before we get to the test drive and we turn it over to the customer. So hopefully maybe another hour, a little bit quicker since I'm not recording, and we'll go on with our day. I'll lay that down in the snow, it's gonna be fine. Drop it down and run it back through with the breaker bar, or the torque wrench, I mean. Now what I'm doing is I'm going to check the brake fluid level. All the fluid that I took out, I already replaced, but just checking it one last time. She's looking mint. Screwing it back on. Now, a lot of people would think that's a job well done. The job is not done yet. All the trash cans are going everywhere. But job is not done yet. You still got to take it for a test drive. You still got to inspect the wear damage. That's just on my own accord. You don't have to do that. I just like doing it because I like to make sure that I diagnose the car right, the customer's concerns were correct, and that there's no further issues. But test drive is always, always, always needed. So I'm gonna go take it on a test drive, take it around the block a little bit, get it to the gas. I just finished up the test drive for the vehicle, and it does not get any better than that for some stock F150 brakes and calipers. He will need new rotors by the next time he needs his brakes changed, but that is a future problem. For now, this truck is absolutely 100% street ready and ready for his next long road trip. If you guys have made it this far in the video, I'd appreciate it if you guys would like, comment, and subscribe, and I appreciate you guys for sticking around to the end. I look forward to seeing you all in the next one, and be safe and stay warm.